It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's me, WestTownHD, and today, guys, I'm going to be doing a short review for the recently released Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, the Golden Country. Now, I will let you know before we get into this, I don't normally do reviews as I find putting my opinion into words challenging, so bear with me if this review is a little rocky. Without any further ado, let's get it! Torna the Golden Country is a prequel tale set 500 years prior to the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. In this journey, you follow the main character Laura and her blade, who fans of the original Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will recognize, Jin. Meeting other drivers along the way with a shared goal of stopping the Aegis, Malos, from sinking titans and ending all life as they know it, I found the beginning of this game's story to be very engaging and exciting. I suppose with the DLC only being about 25 hours to complete, there was a lot they had to cram into it. The original Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had a very dry opening that took quite a while to get going, as most fans remember. The game, however, throws you right into the action and doesn't take long at all to amass a full party, which was a very welcome change in my books. For the most part, Torna adds many new areas and regions to explore. That doesn't mean it lacks areas from the base game. One of the things I love doing, personally, is playing a game that takes place in the world of another and seeing how the environment has changed and evolved over time. Though it was a small continent in this game, traversing the newly imagined Gourmand province was a very intriguing experience. Seeing where future cities and landscapes would change was nothing short of fascinating. Directly at the beginning of the adventure, we're shown just how much of a badass pair Jin and Laura make up. Laura is the more relaxed one, while Jin would slash anything to pieces if it harmed his beloved driver. The two are more than just a badass pair, however. Jin is like a father to Laura, which makes him very overprotective of her. So much so, he only ever leaves her side when he knows she'll be safe. Jin himself, however, is a pretty chill dude. Get it? Get it? Because he's an ice blade, his element is ice, he fights with ice, he freezes things. I'll see myself out now. Laura has another blade known as Haste. Haste has the ability to freeze blades in their tracks and render their abilities useless. Right off the bat, it's clear that Haste is very fond of her driver, much like Jin, even taking on Laura's likeness in personality and looks.
We're even the same dress size.
Right?
The three work together in perfect harmony and only grow stronger with each passing day. Adam is more comparable to Zeke from the original Xenoblade Chronicles 2. For those who may not know what I mean, Adam is a very goofy character, very laid back and quite silly, but he's also the Prince of Torna, so that comes with at least some chivalry. Don't let his calm demeanor fool you, however. When the time calls for it, Adam is quick to take the dive and help others without a second thought. He also has his blade, the newly awakened Aegis, Mithra, to control. Mithra is an Aegis of light, while Malos is an Aegis of dark. Mithra doesn't know how to control her powers very well, and can sometimes go overboard. That's where Adam comes in. Whenever Mithra steps out of line, Adam is right there to stop her cold in her tracks. Another blade who Adam fights with, but isn't his, is none other than the dark element blade known as Minoth. Minoth is the blade of another man, but spent all his time away from home. He doesn't necessarily like his driver, so thus he keeps his distance. With Minoth being a capable flesh eater, he's at full strength without the help of his driver. Minoth knows Adam well from the time he stayed with his master, and simply joins up with the gang because he has nothing better to do than stopping the rampaging Aegis. Aside from his regularly calm demeanor, Minoth is a seasoned fighter and becomes indispensable for the party throughout the game. Hugo is the Prince of Mor Ardain, a military titan that makes up most of the world's military firepower. By his side are his two blades, Aegeon and Bridget. The two are what's referred to as Ardanian royal blades. They're passed down from royal member to royal member. They know it's in their job description, so naturally they refer to Hugo as my prince, or his majesty. Hugo himself is very prim and proper, but also has a relaxed side, which is seen most when he's away from his soldiers and with the gang. Bridget is a lady of fire. Her whips give her a dominating presence and almost make her come off as sadistic, saying things like,
"None can withstand my flame. They're as good as dead. I feel strong. My excitement is rising.
Or,
Shall I turn up the flames? Ready to meet your maker?"
But we love her just the same. Aegeon can be best described as uptight but cool. He's very strict about protecting Hugo and rarely leaves his side. When he's in battle, he tends to get a bit heated, but it only comes off as one thing: bad ass. At its core, this game has the same Xenoblade Chronicles system to it. Break into topple into launch into smash. Some would say the system is just a base game, but it actually really isn't. Torna added something called a Vanguard, where you go back and forth and can actually play as the blades themselves. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was more of getting blades and them giving you their weapons and only wielding their own during specials. I liked the Torna system more because it felt more fast-paced and more interactive. Of course, at its core, it still relied on the same old element system from the base game, which is better known as putting element orbs in an enemy and chain attacking him for massive damage. Torna, in my humble opinion, just felt much better to play and easier to set combos of. Of course, in Torna, you only have 2 blades per driver, but you also get to control the driver with a weapon as well. Don't get me wrong, I don't think the base game is bad at all, but if I had to choose between Torna and 2's combat, I'd choose Torna. It's impossible to talk about Torna and not talk about the kick-ass battle theme. I'll likely get flagged for saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I believe this game's battle theme to be better than that of Persona 5. Just my personal opinion, no need to dislike the video and get 5 friends to do the same. Actually, unless of course you want to share the video, on second thought, go ahead and get your 5 friends in here. This game being a DLC prequel and all, some tracks are recycled from the first game, but that isn't at all bad considering how phenomenal the OST was in the original Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is the segment I'll give you my 2 cents regarding the ending of the game. Skip to the time shown on screen to skip this segment. With that out of the way, the game ends as you would expect if you played the last game. Malos is temporarily defeated, Mithra loses control, sinks the Tornan Titan when Malos kills Milton, one of Mithra's friends. Mithra nearly kills Adam as well, but thankfully is saved by Hugo, who takes the bullet for Adam, dying on the spot. When all is said and done and Mithra comes to terms with what she has done, seeing Milton's lifeless corpse drives her to seal herself away, creating Pyra as a sort of autopilot. Adam later goes on to seal her away under the Cloud Sea, I think. I'm gonna be real for a second, I don't entirely know why or how she got under there. Comment section, if you guys can, definitely run that by me because I'm at a loss. And of course we see the Praetorium come for Laura, but we all know how that turns out. When all is said and done, Jin says his goodbyes to Azurta, saying that they'll never cross paths again. The last part of the game starts with Rex opening up the chamber where Pyra is sleeping, coming full circle. Honestly, I think the final fight of this game was nothing short of badass and amazing. It's in my top 5 final fights of all time easily. The emotion felt and the music with how everything was happening really hit me when I knew Milton had passed and Hugo's blades reverted back to their core crystals, having their memory of their prior master wiped from them. There was definitely no happy ending to be had here, but that didn't take away from the final fight being so exciting. Overall, I saw the ending coming, and I liked the way it left me wanting more. It did exactly what a prequel should, and that set you up to get right to the next game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Golden Country is a thrilling prequel that sets up the events of the next game perfectly. I'm of the firm belief that you can play games in either order, but that's just me. For the price tag, I think it's more than worth it. I got a solid 23 hours give or take out of it and almost dove right back in with New Game Plus. I give it a 9 out of 10. I loved Torna. My only gripe was the length of the game, but that's to be expected with a DLC of this nature. But gameplay, story, and English dub were all on point. Side note, really liked Torna's dub over the original dub, mainly because I guess it didn't have Rex in it, and Rex kind of ruined the dub of the last game in my opinion, but you could definitely feel the emotion with everyone. And that's gonna do it for my review of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Golden Country. Like I said, I haven't done many of these reviews, so I'm not really sure how to go about it, but I'd like to do more of these in the future. Definitely let me know if you guys want me to review something specific in the future, and I'll see if I can get a review out for it. If you guys did enjoy my review, definitely smash that like button, and if you didn't, hit that dislike button and leave a comment letting me know what I could do better. Of course, if you are new here, triple tap that subscribe and bell icon to become a West Town warrior today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces!